Ready, set, secure.
Hey there, welcome back for episode 2 in my video series, Coding Your Cloud Move. Again, my name is Daniel Thrasher and I'm a senior security consultant here at Set Solutions. What we're going to go ahead and do today is start by getting into the next portion, which is making sure that we can transform our diagram into a Terraform manifest to make sure that it can be create deployable infrastructure onto AWS cloud provider. What I'm going to go ahead and do right now is just briefly bring up the diagram that we went through last time, just to refresh everybody's memory that we have here, which is our VPC, some subnets, some availability zones, a VPN gateway, and then some instances between with a router or a load balancer that I'll be using inside of AWS. Let's go ahead and get straight into the code. What I do want to preface is that if you have never used Terraform before, I do strongly suggest going to their documentation at hashicorp.com and searching and using the Terraform documentation to be able to install it. There's multiple ways to install it on different varieties of systems, whether you're using Mac and you use Brew, or Windows and use Chocolatey, or Linux and using different package managers to install it. You can also compile it from source or use a pre-compiled version and download it straight from their website. I do want to preface that, as well as if you are going to be using AWS or any cloud provider, to make sure that you have already gone through setting up your AWS credentials within inside of your terminal. So let me go ahead and get this started. So what you'll see here at the top is that you have to declare Terraform within inside of this manifest file, which is shown here with a .tf. What I'm doing here is using a required version of anything greater than or equal to 0.12, which is the most widely used version. There is a new version, 0.13, but I have not stepped into that yet for this tutorial. Next, I'm going to declare what provider we're going to use. And there's several different providers with Terraform. They have a very extensive registry that you can find online as well. This one is AWS, and the region we're going to be using is actually in a variables file that we have declared over here within our directory that is called AWS region. And let me go ahead and bring that up really quick. And here you'll see it's just literally declared by using the variable keyword AWS region as the name, a short description, and what our default region is going to be, which is US West 2. And then what will be used further down the road in our in my manifest file is a variable called AWS AMIs, which are just images of servers on the AWS marketplace. So these are just default AMIs that I've pulled for the 4 big regions, which is EU West 1, US East West 1, US West 1, and US West 2. Let's go ahead and get back into our main manifest. What we would do first, and what I am going to do first, is start by creating that VPC resource, since it is our main underlying resource for everything within AWS to be built. And just use resource keyword, AWS VPC is the name of the resource, and we're going to give it a name of main. And then the only thing we're doing right now is declaring the CIDR block, which is the 10.0.0.0/16. I'm going to go ahead and skip on down to line number 15, which is creating our VPN gateway. Again, it's just a resource, and that is a AWS VPN gateway, and we're giving it a name of VPN_gateway, which is then in turn using the VPC ID from the main VPC that we just created up here. And it's just going to, after it's created, it's just going to look for that ID and make sure that this VPN gateway is attached to that VPC. And by attached, I mean built within. Then we're just declaring some tags down here, which is just naming it, adding a tag on this VPN gateway of main as well. Resource down here is an AWS customer gateway. And this customer gateway is just going to be something that is built on the customer's end, and this is just referencing the IP space for that gateway that'll be able to allow us access with a VPN connection into that on-premise infrastructure. And this is just showing the BGP ASN as well as what type of gateway it's going to be. It's showing IPsec1. We have another resource here, which is our VPN connection, named main. It's going to reference the VPN gateway ID to make sure that this connection is associated with that gateway, as well as the customer gateway, the type, and this one is going to allow static routes only. Down here we have the resource AWS VPN connection route. We're just going to name this office because it's going to be the office space IP space CIDR block that is on premise. And this is just the 192.168.10.0/24. And then making sure that we reference the VPN connection ID as well from the above resource that we created for the AWS VPN connection. That will take care of the VPN portion.